Car cover going on Tim Brown's Modified. There is some rain just to the north of us here in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. I'm Butner, and welcome to the live setup with Short Track Life at Bowman Gray Stadium, the Madhouse. Modified qualifying has just concluded, and Tim Brown, the 12-time Modified champion within the NASCAR ranks here at Bowman Gray Stadium, set fast time. Talking to his team right here. And Tim, what a way to start off the day here at Bowman Gray Stadium with top time in qualifying.
Yeah, man, it's a great night so far. We practiced this morning, had a really good practice, found a little bit of speed, and it rolled over into qualifying tonight. So we were really good last week qualifying, and we're just to the point now we're just fine-tuning and just fine-tweaking, and found a little bit more speed, and still just keep working to find more, you know what I mean? So hats off to this great race team here for sticking with me and busting their cans on this thing week in and week out. And I want to dedicate this pole to my wife. She's struggling with some issues there, and she's been in Atlanta, Georgia all week for therapy, and she's got several more weeks to go down there, and just want to dedicate this to her. She's not here tonight, and my kids ain't here tonight. So I want to get a win tonight so I can take the trophy home and share that with with my family. So great race car, man. Great horsepower, great sponsors, great night for racing. Hope the rain holds off when we get this thing in, and just looking forward to it. Got a great race car, good season going for us so far. Just got to keep building on it, keep working hard, keep our head down, keep digging.
And we're going to be thinking about your wife, too, and saying prayers as well. Tim, good luck tonight. You got it. Tim Brown, the Rocket, hoping for a good run here this evening, and we'll definitely keep her in our thoughts and prayers. Danny Probst over here, and as we said a couple of weeks ago, a really cool-looking Modified. One of the only really hand-painted Modifieds in the pit area, and he's got one of the coolest-looking uniforms as well. We talked to him about that a couple of weeks ago. It's sort of like, the Wild West meets, outer space. He's got cactus on there, he's got wagons on there, and he's got a sombrero, and I think he's got a UFO on the back as well. But this Raymock-powered machine, hopefully very strong for Danny here tonight. He's top 10 in points coming into this week number 5 at Bowman Gray Stadium, the Madhouse. By the way, we spoke to Tim Brown. He's third in points coming into this week. Burt Myers is your point leader with Brandon Ward in second. Randy Butner, he's had a tough time of it in that number 5 Modified. Actually just saw Randy walk around just to the right of Tim Brown's hauler, so I don't think we're going to get a hold of him. Hey, Riley, we're going to get a hold of Riley Neal over here real quick before things get started here. Riley Neal, the real deal. One win to his credit. I know you want to be like, Michael Adams and so forth, get that next win, but you've been fast the last couple of weeks. Why the difference compared to the first 2 weeks out here?
We've been struggling a lot with the car. We've tried to get better and actually moved outside of the box. So we're trying to get ourselves back in that box. We went to our old stuff, and it's got us back where we need to be, just not fast enough to be able to set aside like I want to be. We've had good luck, good draws, just made good finishes out of bad race cars. I believe we've not finished outside of the top 5 this whole year. So hopefully we can get that third win tonight. If the rain will hold off, I believe we're starting either third or on the pole. So I should be fine.
Hey, let me ask you, you got the All-Star race hat on. Were you over to North Wilkesboro as a race fan this week or what?
I was there Wednesday night. It was a great race, the pros, the late models, the supers. I left about halfway through the supers. I had to get home, get up for school the next day, but I really enjoyed the late model race. There was a bunch of good racing going on. Brendan Queen was the class of the field the whole night. Nobody could touch him. He was just letting off about 2 car lengths past the flag stand, just rolling. I was like, dude, somebody give him some competition. And then Ryan Millington finished second with no nose or left side. So good effort by him, but it was really fun to see such a historic racetrack come back to life and be alive,
I agree with you. I got to ask you because I've never known what grade you were in. Where are you in high school right now?
I'm a freshman at South Stokes High School. School year, I think we got about 8 days left, so we'll be a sophomore next year. Sophomore in a Modified. That sounds right, don't it?
It does. I like that. But, dude, he's a freshman in high school, and he's already won this year here at the stadium. Get out of here. Good job.
Thank you.
All right, Riley Neal, hoping for a good run. Let's talk to Randy Butner over here. He's covering his race car. Randy, we're live with short track life right now.
Yes, sir.
And I want to know, how was qualifying, and what do you think about, hopefully we get this in here tonight, but what do you think about your chances?
It was terrible. We had a very bad qualifying lap. We're having some chassis issues, some handling issues. It's put us back in the pack, and frankly, I'm kind of hoping it'll rain. because these 25s, qualifying is everything. And we've dug ourselves a hole, and, I'd be glad to start next week all over.
What are you struggling with?
It's handling. We can't get the car to turn. It's got a bad push in it. We've changed everything but the car number, and we cannot get it out. I don't know what it is. We just keep struggling with it.
We wish you the best of luck, bud.
Thank you very much. Appreciate y'all coming out.
Thank you. Randy Butner. See Lee Jeffries over here talking to Chris Williams as well. Lee Jeffries already a winner here in modified competition. And we talk about short track life. Blaze and I doing the double here today from North Wilkesboro with the Truck Series race, and then to Bowman Gray Stadium. We're going to talk to Lee in just a second, but we want to talk to Chris first. Okay, you like that? Snuck that in there. Not only did Short Track Life do the double from North Wilkesboro to Bowman Gray, so did you. How about it?
Man, I love going up there to Wilkesboro. I mean, I want the modifieds to be back, so I got to be relevant, right? And so, but it's funny because the whole week there, everybody's like, "You're the only vendor," because I was helping the Winston Cup Museum and the throwback stuff. And I was the only vendor there that was actually there in '96. So I don't know if I feel old or I'm just crazy. But I really
a little bit of both.
Yeah, well, I have. But I really, really, really like Wilkesboro coming back. Of course, we got to open it back up in August last year, and it was a great race. 2 great races. And Wilkesboro's made for modifieds. They can do all of what they're doing right now. But a modified on Wilkesboro is fun to be. And I like being up there, but this is why I'm here right now, is because these are my people, and I love and respect these guys that hold the steering wheel. They're drivers, right? And so I'm just glad to be here. And tomorrow I'll be back at Wilkesboro doing it all over again. So I'm having a blast.
And we're excited for next Friday night as well, up there in Virginia, Franklin County Speedway, the Smart Mods powered by Pace-O-Matic. It's been a little bit of a break, and I think JB finally figured out it was 5-week break.
JB don't know anything, man. JB just shows up when we say show up, right? Or until Whitney tells him to show up. Yeah. But no, we've had a little break, and our sponsors didn't want us to take a 4-month break, and so now we're doing 1 a month until the stadium gets to its conclusion in August. But Franklin County is one of my favorite places to go. I grew up on Franklin County going as a youngster. I love that racetrack. I love how our guys go to it. Ryan Priest went there last year. Basically asked me, I lost my mind 3 laps into practice. They said, go get Chris. And I come down there and I said, what's the problem? He says, it's the coolest track I've run. So that's what Franklin County is, and I cannot wait to be there next Friday. It's going to be a great show.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it indeed. Let's talk to Lee over here as well, because Lee has won a race here in the NASCAR mods already this year at Bowman Gray Stadium. But right now we're kind of waiting out the raindrops. Hopefully it goes to the north of us. What do you think? Are you a meteorologist?
No, I'm not a meteorologist. I just sit here and wait to see what happens. Last week, I know we got wet.
Yes, we did, indeed. After that first twin 25-lap race for the modifieds, didn't get the second one in. How's your car today? It looked like you turned a good lap in qualifying.
Yeah, we was pretty good. We was third. So, we've been top 4 every week. So I'd say the car's pretty good. We're still fighting a little loose condition off the corner, but we're gaining on it a little bit every week.
Have you been paying attention to the stuff that's happening at North Wilkesboro? I know you're a race fan, and there's a lot of cool stuff going on there as well.
Oh, yeah. While I was working in the shop this week, I had Flow racing on, watching the TV, seeing what was going on there and everything. But, yeah, it's cool. I run a modified up there years ago. So, yeah, I'd like to go back sometime and see how that works out for us. But, yeah, it's good that they got that back going again.
Hey, have you realized that there has been no repeat winners in the mods yet this year? How about changing that here tonight?
It's going to be tough because the 83 car, he's done won a race and he's on pole, so it's going to be tough. I guess the top 4 cars has already won this year, so hopefully somebody's going to double up this week.
All right, Lee, good luck here tonight. Absolutely. We'll continue our stroll through the pits, as we mentioned. There has been, how many races has there been, Blaze? I'm trying to figure that out, because you have these twin 25-lappers. This is week number 5. I think we've already had 4 races overall, maybe 5, I'm not sure. Anyway, here's the Myers camp right here. They brought 4 cars here. Let's talk to Jason. Jason is here, and Jason is the most recent winner in the modified class here for the NASCAR mods at Bowman Gray Stadium. We're live on Short Track Life and needed to come talk to the most recent winner in the modifieds. How about it?
I mean, you kind of had to. Rule of thumb. That's right.
What about that qualifying, by the way? You turned another good lap.
Yeah, but it's just one of those where you miss it just a little bit, man. You know, I knew I blew turn 1 when I hit it, and then you just try to salvage what you can in 3 and 4, and we ended up 4th. That ain't where you want to be for a 25 lapper.
Yeah, but maybe you can get down there real quick. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. I mean, best case scenario, we're going to get in line and get to 4th. Best case scenario. You know, it's hard to start a race when your best case scenario and finishing 4th. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. You know, last week was totally different. You start on the pole, it's your race to lose. You start 4th, you're already lost. It's your race to win. So, I mean, I ain't saying we're out of it because I ain't giving up, but them boys in front of us are going to throw some sparks around before we get around them.
I'm sure. Hey, you still have that 5-year-old setup on this thing?
Yeah, yeah. She ain't as good quite this week as it was last week. I think we might have fine-tuned a little too much on it and worked ourselves out of it, but I don't know. We'll get there.
Jason Myers, we love him. Hopefully he has a good run here tonight at the stadium. I don't see Bert around. The car's covered right now. Let's talk to Chris Fleming. Don't you love just walking through the pits here at Bowman Gray Stadium and talking to all these cool drivers? Here's a cool guy right here, already a winner this year in modified competition. How'd you qualify? I don't even know where you wound up.
Outside pole. We missed the pole by 5 100s.
5 100s. It's got to suck as a driver when you miss it by 5 100s.
Well, it does. You know, you want to be on the pole, and the outside's hard here, but, you know, I'll take what I've got and then try to win with it.
Hey, this new pavement here, some of the guys are saying it's starting to come in, that outside groove. Do you think you're feeling it yet or not yet?
I don't know where they've been. I'm not feeling it. I got on the outside in practice, about knocked the wall down. But, yeah, I don't see that. But I think it's probably going to be 3 or 4 years. It may even be 5 years when it comes in. Frank and I have talked about it many times. You know, we've been here a long time. I don't think that pavement's coming in no time soon.
10-4. Stadium stocks revving their engines by us right now, but you've been around this track for a long time, your whole family. Are we going to get this one in tonight? It looks like it's going to the north.
I think we might get the first race in, but it's sprinkling right now. So all we can do is hope we get at least one of them in and hope Gray pays us for the second one.
There you go. Chris Fleming, the showstopper. Hopefully he'll have a good run here tonight. As you can see, all the cars lined up. They're getting ready to go out there. And we have twin races. What do we have, Blaze? 3 sets of classes with, 3 twin races here today. So lots of racing, plus a demo derby I saw on tap here today as well. I'm sure that's going to be exciting. Waiting to hear my brother, Matthew Dillner, call a demo derby at the Madhouse. That's going to be nuts. We're looking for Junior Snow over here. I don't see Junior right now. Oh, he's in there. Okay, he's going to the bathroom. Let's talk to Holloman. Holloman's sitting around by himself. He's got no friends. Okay, he's looking at what's going on there at North Wilkesboro, right?
They're putting on the rain tires, man.
They're putting on rain tires on an oval?
Where's our sprinkle tires at? We need.
Yeah, we do need them here at Bowman Gray. Last week and this week with some rain in the picture. But how was your qualifying effort, and what do you think about this first feature?
I mean, our qualifying effort's the best it's been all year. I know that's crazy because we qualified on the pole a couple weeks ago, and we qualified 5th tonight, but it's the fastest lap we've turned all year. So we're heading in the right direction, man. I mean, free the car up a little bit more, I think we'll be all over it.
At least you're on the inside, right?
That's the biggest thing right now till the outside groove comes in. I mean, especially with rain coming too, whatever the outside is right now might get washed away.
You know, it really kind of stunk for you last week. We didn't get a chance to talk afterwards because it looked like the best car you've had here, and that second feature got called.
Yeah, we were on rails, man. I mean, we had a bad qualifying effort, unfortunately, last week, so I was just kind of stuck behind Bert because you're not going to wreck somebody to get, 7th place, because that's about what you had to do if you're pretty even speed. So it's not worth it. So I kind of just let Bert gap me a little bit and really see what the car had, and we were running faster lap times than the leader. So we knew we had a good car for the second race, but Mother Nature had other plans.
Good luck tonight.
I appreciate it, man.
Hey, Holloman is going to start 5th in that first feature. By the way, we're going to go into OT here, and we need your help. We're basically at 15 minutes to go live for all of our followers. But if we get past 1,000 subscriptions, free of course, on YouTube, we can go as long as we want. So we're going to go longer, and once we go off the air, the people that don't follow us can still see it. But hit that subscribe button. And if you know somebody that loves modified late model short track racing in America, make sure you tell them to hit the subscribe button. It's free. We do a lot of live content. That's pretty loud. We do live content. We do a lot of cool music videos. Blaze is shooting one here tonight, so we're looking forward to it. Let's go over here, and we're going to continue. Okay, we're going into overtime. That's okay, because we're in a semi-rain delay right now here at Bowman Gray Stadium. And we're going to talk to this guy right here, okay? We're going to interrupt and talk to the man, Brian Lofton, in a car this week. We looked out there and we're like, hey, who's in that car tonight?
Yeah, Kyle's married to my cousin. He had a little issue with his wrist there the first week, so he was wanting to still keep playing with the car and have it ready and hopefully get it dialed in for him whenever he gets back, so we're over here playing for him.
Subbing for Kyle Southern here today. Just your thoughts qualifying and going into this first race?
I feel like we got a really good race car. Qualifying over here is just it's so tedious. You only get one lap, and we missed it a little bit there. I probably gave up a little bit just because I'm not seasoned every week in it, and so much rhythm and so much just monotony of doing it every week that gets you fast. But I think we'll be fine here. I think we got a good race car.
All right, we're going to look for this guy tonight here. 2 races on tap, twin 25s, and I want to go over here and check on Dan Spiny as well, because Dan had a broken thumb last week. Want to see, he had it wrapped up last week. Want to see if he's okay. We'll try to come back and maybe talk to Amber Lynn in a second. Let's see, Tommy Neal's over there. Here he is. I think it's still wrapped up, but we do need to talk to him. So we'll head on over here. Dan, we got to chat with you, bud. Oh, it looks a little bit better this week. We're live on Short Track Life. We come over to talk to you because what happened to your thumb? I remember you talking to you last week, and how you feeling this week?
It's feeling all right. We thought it hung, hit Chris Fleming there, steering wheel kind of came around. Tore tendons in the top of my thumb. I didn't go to the doctor last week, so I put an ace bandage on it, tore more tendons, so now he put me in this cast right here, so we'll see what it does, and then we'll go from there.
How's it feel when you're inside the car?
Yeah, it feels fine, but again, it felt fine last week too, until I got hit.
Okay, let's see that again. You see it's wrapped up, protected. He's got some tendons torn there, but Dan Spiny's a tough guy. He's going to be in tonight's modified race here at this racetrack. Let's see, where should we go? Let's try to do one more interview. We'll see who's around. I see Tommy over there. Tommy's not too talkative sometimes. We got Chase Robertson over there as well. We got to wait our turn across the road. My brother, Matthew Dillner, drove one of these one time. Actually, I'm live right now. Can you get me back? Yep, absolutely. Let's get Tommy. Come on, Tommy. We're live on Short Track Life right now. Yes, sir. We're promoting the racing tonight. You've been here forever. Are we going to get this in tonight?
It don't look promising.
Oh, come on, help me out, Tommy.
It don't look promising. I'd like for it to happen, but my wife just put it up on the radar, and it looks like it's about 8:30. It's going to be plumb covered with rain. But that's the way this place goes. You know, you don't ever know what'll happen. You try to get in best you can and do all you can, and you can't beat Mother Nature.
And return to the sportsman ranks. You looked good last week out there, but when are we going to see you back in a modified?
In a few more weeks. Waiting on my crankshaft to get back, and once I get it back, we're going to put it back together, and then we'll be back.
I got to ask you, what is it like racing with your nephew out there, too? Because it's got to be pretty cool, you guys going toe-to-toe out there from time to time.
Yeah, it seems like sometimes, you know, we always end up being right there with each other. That's what we said. I think it was 96 cars showed up at Martinsville, and guess where we started at? Side by side. Out of 96 cars. Now, what were the odds of that? But then usually it's like every time we draw, we always draw together. But I think tonight he drawed up a little bit up front. I'm starting about 13th, so I hope he can pull the win off, and hope I can get about 8 and get the draw.
We wish you the best of luck.
All right, thank y'all.
The Tiger, 54 times a winner here at Bowman Gray Stadium. I see Chase over there. We haven't talked to Chase yet this year, so let's go talk to him. You don't have to follow me. Let's see some race cars. Appreciate Blaze doing the camera work here. We're about to get kick-started here, so this should be the last interview on the live setup. Remember, like, comment, let us know what you think about Short Track Life, and let's really spread the news. We need everybody to hit that subscribe button and check out everything that we have to offer. We're at North Wilkesboro earlier today. Chase, let's talk. All right, you've led a ton of laps, more laps than anybody else in the Sportsman. We appreciate how you conduct yourself. That was pretty cool. You win that first race and go to the prom.
Right.
But how about here tonight?
Yeah, we drew fourth. We got a pretty good starting spot for the feature. Just go up there and try to run our race and go to the trip to the scales.
You excited for this? I mean, you've had such a good season so far. This car has been a rocket ship.
Oh yeah, the car's been great. I've been beyond pleased with it. It doesn't change week to week, but good draws help here too. I got to thank Dylan Ward who set this thing up, and all my guys and my dad for the helps on Saturdays in the shop.
I see you're a follower of Short Track Life on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube and so forth. You liking what you see so far here at the stadium?
Yeah, I like it. I'm glad there's some more publicity on the stadium too. That's always good, and I like flow racing too because you can always go back and watch and correct yourself.
Sometimes it's too much Dillner. Matthew Dillner on flow and Blaze and I here on Short Track Life, but best of luck here tonight.
Thank you.
All right, plenty of racing action tonight. Week number 5 here at Bowman Gray Stadium. Make sure you watch everything live on Flow Racing if you can't be at the track.